day, every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport Hour, the midweek edition, coming to you live from the studio of Power 365 FM. My name is James Oluwadurotimi Aremu. Will MPFL as well. There, talk about the French Open. Let's not forget the French Open commenced last weekend. And funny enough, some top guns, some big names in the tennis world, tennis player that you are tipping to win the French Open this year. Is it Cameron Norrie or Kasparov? Okay, we'll talk about that. I'm coming. Alright, Kora United defender Isaiah Eje is optimistic about his team's chances in the President Federation Cup. The Harmony Boys will take on Abia in the round of 16 rather. The Harmony Boys, talking about Kora United, will take on Abia Warriors in a round of 16 contest today. Talking about Isaiah J, insisted that the Abia club cannot off their dream of winning the competition. According to him, says we are going to win Abia Warriors by God's grace. If like say, probably Abia Warriors does not have God. Our major focus is to go to the continent, and Abia Warriors can't stop that. No doubt we've lost out in the league. So our major focus now is to win the President's Cup. That way we can go to the continent through President's Cup. That was coming from Isaiah Eje, the defender of Kora United. So talking about the President Federation Cup, Sokoto United have expressed their determination to unsettle Enyimba in the President Federation Cup round of 16 fixture. The Nigerian National League club will battle with the Aba Giants at the FIFA Goal Project Stadium, Abuja today. Sokoto United are hoping to replicate the impressive display against Nasarawa United in their last game of the competition. They defeated the Solid Miners 1-0 in the keenly contested tie. Ahead of the President Federation Cup round of 16 clash, we are totally ready for Enyimba. Sokoto United route on their ex-handle, while Enyimba are in high spirit going into the game following the Nigeria Premiership win against PFL. The city of Enugu Rangers have celebrated their defender Kenneth Igboki's maiden invitation to the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen by the Super Eagles head coach Finidi George for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Left back has been one of the standout performers for Rangers this season. Igboki has recorded 3 goals for the Flying Antelopes in this campaign. Rangers took to social media to celebrate the defender's invitation. Three-time Africa champions will host South Africa at the Goswill Akpabio International Stadium on Friday. That's next week Friday, the 7th of June. We will also travel to Abidjan to keep a date with neighbors Benin Republic 3 days later. Talking about the invitation of Remo Stars right back Sadiq Ismail, the Super Eagles coach Finidi George has been described as a door opener for other players at the club. As the 20-year-old defender, the first Remo Stars player to be invited to the men's national team. Ismail was handed his debut call up Friday when the Nigeria Football Federation released Finidi's 23-man list for next month's 2026 World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Nigeria will host Bafana in Uyo on the 7th of June before traveling to Ivory Coast to face Benin Republic on the 10th of June. The defender and Eyimba international goalkeeper will join Lon later. The first 2 Nigerian Premier Football League players on the list before Goki was also invited. Ismail's invitation didn't come as a surprise to the followers of MPFL thanks to the defender's consistency, which put him top of the goal providers chart with 13 assists to his name after 31 games this season. The closest player to him on the chart is Kazim Ogunleye of Rangers International, Enugu Rangers, with just 6 assists. But the defender's quality is impeccable crosses, which have been consistently turned into goals by the club strikers. After providing 6 assists in just 10 games last season, he started the 2023-2024 season from where he stopped and raised to 10 assists in the new season as of December when the league proceeded on the Yuletide break. He has added 3 more since then, and his contribution has prepared Remo Stars for their first ever MPFL title, although the trail leaders Enugu Rangers by 4 points. Finidi George sure knows a fine crosser of the ball when he sees one. The UEFA Champions League winner with Ajax in 1995 was one of the best crossers during his playing time, which his teammates converted into loads of goals at both club and country levels. Perhaps Ismail may just be the new coach's secret weapon waiting to be unleashed to the world. Remo captain Junior Unduka described him as one of the best players in the league who has the potential of becoming a mainstay in the national team. Before the match day 33 game against Kwara United, Remo coach Daniel Ogumodede charged Ismail's teammates inspired by the defenders in the squad but also didn't feature under coach Benga Ogubata. He waited till January 2023 before getting a chance. He made his mark under Ogumodede with 6 assists in 10 games. But according to the team's media officer, Omiji Oshodi, Ismail has been a quality crosser the ball while also tracking back for his defensive duties since he joined the academy in 2015. Okay, before we talk about Nigeria, data released by Nigeria Premier Football League competitions unit show that total of 1,311 cards, talking about 1,268 yellow cards and 40 red cards were flashed at erring players in 330 games after match day 33 of the season. The data also indicated that the average of +2 goals per match were scored after match day 33, with a total of 708 goals recorded in the 330 games played so far by the 20 clubs. Remo Star striker Kiru Alibi is the leading scorer with 14 goals, while Enugu Rangers have the best attacking. They have the best attack. Enugu Rangers has the best attack, with Endel Insurance has the best chance, considering the least number of goals, 25 in 33 games, while Gombe United considered the most goals, 61 goals conceded home, with 25 winning away from home and 79 fixtures. team scored 196 goals on the road. Of these, there were 13 own goals. The season has recorded a total of 85 penalties awarded, with 65 successfully converted. Out of the 85 that was awarded, that means many penalties they missed. Under-17 AFCON in Ivory Coast. The resultantly missed the 2025 Under-17 World Cup in Qatar after failing to pick their ticket. They just concluded Wafu B tournament in Ghana. Anugaba's team secured a 3-2 win over Ghana in the third place match on Tuesday, but it wasn't enough to secure them a spot, even as the NFL initially said the purported 2025 tournament. There's been a nervous wait for this, and the fatal blow was delivered on Tuesday when CAF insisted on a 12-team tournament for the Under-17 AFCON. List in attendance against the minimum of 16 teams being projected in Tuesday's third-place match of Wafu B Under-17 Championship. The Golden Eagles of Nigeria have not qualified for the finals, says the NFF in a statement obtained by media. The NFF added that CAF's director of competition, Samsey Adamu, confirmed that only 12 countries will qualify following FIBA's allocation of 10. We host 5 consecutive Under-17 World Cup finals beginning next year, which having 48 teams in attendance. Rivers Angels midfielder talking about Salah Iloduba. This is coming from the NWFL, the Nigeria Women's Football League fixture. Port Harcourt-based club will lock arms with Edo Queens at the Orca City Stadium today. Iloduba apologized for the team's failure to clinch the 2024 Nigeria Women's Football League title. She revealed the team's plan to win the cup. According to her, she says, We're really sorry that we can achieve our set at the Super 6 Championship. We are hoping to get it right with the Federation Cup competition. We want to thank the state government for all their support in the work to make up for the losses in Yanagua. Please continue to support us always. We really love you. I will promise to make it right this time. Let's not forget. Rangers head coach Fidelis Elechukwu has praised Kenneth Igboki following his invitation to the Super Eagles. Igboki was added to the Super Eagles squad for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa. He is expected to join up with the Super Eagles after this weekend. That will be involved in the summer transfer window. Or those that did well for their club. They just concluded top leagues across Europe or beyond Europe. Okay, having secured a UEFA Europa League football for next season, Olympic Learning, talking about Olympic Lyon, are looking to bolster their squad this summer. Targets have already been identified, including Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi, 27 years of age, with Nemanja Matic and Maxence Kakoret have been convinced in Lyon's midfield since the turn of the calendar year. There is a need for recruitment in this sector. The latter is likely to garner interest this summer. Real Mangala, who arrived at Olympic Lyon from Nadia Forest in January, has failed to establish himself. Lyon made for Wilfred Ndidi last summer, but to no avail. The deal was considered too complex at the time, at that particular time. However, the Nigerian midfielder, who has just helped guide Leicester City back to the Premier League, out of contract this summer. However, with Les Gonnet are looking to bring Wilfred Ndidi in on a free transfer. The Ligue side may face competition from Everton and Real Betis. Ademola Lookman has been named in Serie A Team of the Week. Lookman was on target in La Dio's 3-0 home win against Torino last weekend. The Nigerian international was also fouled for penalty that was converted by Mario Pacelli. The 26-year-old had 4 shots, 2 key passes, and a pass completion rate of 36.7% during the encounter. Lookman has so far scored 16 goals and provided 8 assists across all competition for Atalanta this season. Atalanta will take on Fiorentina in their final game of the season this weekend. The former Leicester City player is the Nigeria squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Alright, quickly, let's talk about other sports. Well, before we do that, let's talk about Victor Osimhen. The race to sign the Napoli striker could take yet another twist in the coming weeks. Former Chelsea boss Antonio Conte take over the Italian side. Osimhen remains one of the most in-demand centre forward ahead of the transfer, despite struggling to maintain his form from the 2022-2023 season after 26 goal competition in his following campaign. Napoli owner Aurelio De Laurentiis has confirmed that the 25-year-old will be leaving the club this summer. Chelsea and Arsenal have both been credited with strong interest, although Paris Saint-Germain and PSG are expected to be in the running following Kylian Mbappe's exit. However, the future of Osimhen could depend on Conte. The Italian is expected to join Napoli as head coach and return to football after leaving Tottenham Hotspur over 12 months ago. According to an Italian news outlet, Romelu Lukaku is being lined up as Conte's replacement for Osimhen. The striker scored Roma. But the imminent appointment of Enzo Maresca could change that, but Lukaku has dropped countless hints over his preference to leave the West Londoner permanently. There were several reports that has previously stated that the Belgian international could be available for around £37 million. Osimhen was the release clause of €130 million, approximately £110.7 million. This clause is expected to be too much for Chelsea to activate, so a potential player plus cash exchange with Lukaku going the other way could present an opportunity it's the best of both worlds. Okay, let's move to other sports and let's start with Alright, let's talk Alexander Usyk as the best boxer of this era after the Ukrainian's recent sensational win over Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia. The 36-year-old made the observation in a post on his Instagram page on Tuesday while reflecting on the heavyweight unification bout billed as Ring of Fire, which took place at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on the 18th of May. According to him, he says, I've known Usyk since the Baku 2021. Talking about the Baku 2021 Amateur World Championship. He's undefeated for a reason and is by far the best boxer of this era. Well, Effectable Apochi has another friend who is another heavyweight prospect, talking about Efia Jagba. Efia Jagba, 2017, after winning Lawrence for Nigeria at the amateur level for several years. Alexander Usyk defeated Fury by split decision in the rescheduled undisputed heavyweight championship, unified the WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO, and Ring heavyweight champions. Well, Alright, let's talk about basketball. Two of Rivers Superstars performance at the ongoing 2024 Basketball African League. Will Perry and Divine Eke are finals of the playoffs at the BK Arena in Kigali today. Rivers Superstars made history on Monday when they outlasted former BAL champion US Monza to advance to the semi-finals, becoming the first Nigeria side to reach the stage with 92-88 win over the Tunisia champions. It's Opa's second season at the BAL, and the Nigeria champions seem to have taken every bit of lesson. They returned with full force against Monza, talking about US Monatsa to get their second victory over them in their third meeting this season. As a result, Eke believes the team in Kigali. Eke believes the team are in Kigali to compete, not to play. In the other semi-final, in overtime on Sunday, they will face the winner between Petro de Luanda and AS Douanis. Anthony Edwards led the scoring with 29 points, while it became a back and forth encounter until Towns scored a 3-pointer with just under 6 minutes left to play, giving the Timberwolves a 92-90 lead. The visitors did not fall behind again. The Timberwolves, making their first trip to conference, will be at home for Game 5 on Friday. The winner of this Western Conference Final Series will face the Boston Celtics in NBA Finals after they completed the clinch. Alright, quickly let's talk about tennis. Aruna Kadri has reclaimed his place after leaping to 17th place in the latest ITTF rankings released on Tuesday by the World Table Tennis ruling body. Aruna Kadri, who recently claimed the ITTF Africa Cup in Rwanda Aruna Kadri, who recently claimed the ITTF African Cup in Rwanda earlier this month, rose by 2 steps up the ranking ladder to become the highest rated African in the world. Egyptian tennis player Omar Assar, who topped Aruna in the last rankings, dropped to 22nd in the world after occupying the top spot in Africa in the last 2 months following his triumph at the last Africa Games in Ghana. Omar Assar's drop in the world ranking was due to the expiry at the Durban 2023 World Championship in South Africa, and that automatically made him lose some points and prompted his fall in the ranking. Africa's biggest movers in May include Egypt's Mohamed El Bilali, who became the 34th ITTF African Cup. That's funny to Aruna in Kigali, despite dropping by a step. Egypt's Dynamasho held on to the top end of all continental quotas for the Olympic Games. Players are now eager to pick their ticket to Paris through the world ranking, which will be enforced on the 11th of June as ITTF concludes the list of participants at the 2024 Olympic Games in France. Okay, I'm still talking about tennis. Right now, we are going to talk about chewing gum at him during his first round win at the French Open. Goffin defeated France Giovanni Mapochi Pericard 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-7, 4-7, 6-3 on Tuesday. The 33-year-old cut his gear after he was booed by the partisan French crowd following his win on court 14. The world number 115 added, "Today someone spat out their chewing gum at me. That's why I wanted to stay calm. If I started to get angry about it, it could have disturbed." Tennis player talking about Master Costume, the French Open spectator, should be embarrassed after she was rid of the court when she did not see an Arina Sabalenka. World number 1 Novak Djokovic also criticized the crowd last year, saying he found it disrespectful when he was booed for taking. According to him, he says, "I think the majority of the people come to enjoy tennis to support one of the other players. But there are people who love to boo every single thing you do," said Djokovic. Okay, still talking about tennis, especially the French Open. Novak Djokovic began his French Open title defense with a solid, if not spectacular, victory over home hope about Pere Ujis Ebert. Serbia's 37-year-old tennis player up his level when it mattered to win 6-4, 7-6, 7-3, 6-4 in Tuesday night session at Roland Garros. The 24-time Grand Slam champion will take sole ownership of the record of most major titles with a fourth victory on the Paris clay. But he has come into the event in uncertain form. Djokovic had confidence before heading into the French Open, saying when he arrived that he had a low pitch movement and the baseline did not always look comfortable. I lacked some sharpness in his returning. However, he generally served well and was able to pick his movement to strike, most notably in the commanding tie break. This year, Djokovic has appeared to lack some of the fire which has often fought his success, but his demonstrative celebration third set before he piled the pressure again in what proved to be the final game. Okay, some games are currently going on. I will come back to that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, American player Daniel Collins has enjoyed one of the finest seasons of her life. The 30-year-old has moved back into the WTA top 10, having won. A lot of people have been surprised by my decision to retire while I've been having some of the best successes of my career. But for me, it was really important to end on a positive note. I'm going to be 31 at the end of the year, and one of my biggest goals outside of tennis is retiring at the end